moved out to the Bay Area
Well,
in
for your
San
service.
Francisco. Thank you. Absolutely. And then I moved out to the Bay Area in San Francisco. And then I got involved with some humanitarian type work with both people and communities in Spain and then also in Ukraine. And then in 2021, shortly after the pandemic, after a number of different requests, finally decided to put pen to paper, write the book that I had been speaking on for the better part of over 20 years, and then completed the book this past fall, and then now have been getting out on the street and telling people about Leaderonomics.
But this is something that's been with you for years, right? You didn't just wake up in 2021 and decide to write a book about some ideas you've had. You've been lecturing about this. You've had this has been a part of your life for a long time. How did that start though? Like, was there a moment where you kind of that you can kind of point back to in your life where you can say like there's something here. Maybe you didn't call it Leaderonomics back then, or maybe you did, but can you pinpoint it back to something?
I think for me in economics, we have a special relationship. And part of it goes back to being my first experience in the military. I went to a military service academy called the Air Force Academy. And I wasn't one of those kids that grew up in a family of military heritage. I didn't have parents and grandparents that were in the United States military. We were immigrants from Korea. My parents immigrated shortly after the Korean War. And my dad was a big fan of the United States military because of what he remembered when he was a refugee in South Korea, and just recognizing the amount of humanitarian support that was being provided by the American GI.